30 seconds to go, and we on number 3. We got one more to go after this one. That's the one we looking for. On this race, I decided that I came in first on the last one. Now I know what the race is about. I decided that I'm going to push the pack, not hard, but I'm going to push a little bit more. I'm starting to adjust my knob on the bike. I'm really starting to figure that out. But I'm running my heart rate quite high on these races because I am feeling with the knob. We had 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And as I take off on this race, I've learned one thing. If you ever watch me now, I don't start kicking the power in till about 3 seconds left. Till the clock winds down about 5 seconds, I start web pedaling it up, and I start really powering in about 3 seconds in, just to give me a good takeoff off the line. And that way I do that so that I'm not powering up for 10 seconds, and by the time I take off the line, I'm breathing hard. It's just that it gives me a chance to take off the line, get the bike moving, and then I can decelerate real quick. Back down, you've noticed I came back down to 300, and I'm up in the front with the pack. I'm starting to learn these little nuances for me and my size, how to race, which giving me a better chance of winning these races. Now, as you see, I come off this race, and we're riding, and I'm riding with, I want to say, I don't want to miss his name. He has no, I think it's the Chinese flag, Japanese flag. He has the AS. I'm gonna call it AS, but he's really good. And I've been riding. I've seen him before. I don't want to say I've seen him on this one, but I've seen him before. But man, when I'm riding with tandem, it kind of gives me an outlet to kind of, okay, cool. Then now I do have the wattage turned up, so you can see I'm pushing a little bit more. My heart rate is up because I have the knob turned a little bit. So I'm putting it out, but I'm not putting it out madly, if I can say that. But it's giving me enough where I can stay with the pack a little bit easier at 70 pedals per minute, where I like to be when I'm doing just long rides. 70, 80 pedals a minute, mostly 75 pedals a minute, is where I actually like to sit at on long rides. And that gives me a chance if the heart rate won't go wild. But because I have the pedals turned up, and he knows I'm doing 78, it's easier to clock in at 400. It causes my heart rate to rise. So I'm gonna have to ride with these pedals up a lot higher like this for a while for my heart rate to start coming back down and get used to the output that I'm putting out now, so I can keep building it up. So you know, what's that VO2 max? I guess I'm gonna start actually working on that because I'm pushing myself a lot harder with this, and hopefully making myself a better racer. This is all in telling me getting to with the C-class riders. And you know, I'm still D, so that's where I'm at. I'm proud of my D, I'm proud of my development. And as I keep going, I will get better. So as we come around this corner, I'm riding with them, and tandem's up front, and I think his name, I don't want to say his name, but I know it has an A in it. And he kind of fell to the back, and I don't know when I see Price on there, and we're all riding pretty good. And I'm just trying to, I don't have to really kill myself to stay with the pack, so I'm just kind of just riding kind of a non-crazy race. I feel that I was doing better. But because, first of all, it's the third race, plus I'm changing my settings on the bike, I'm feeling it a little bit more. And there he's coming up on me. And I'm feeling it a lot more when I'm riding now. So I see tandem up front. We got another A. I think his name was Just Hansen. I don't want to mess his name up. I'm trying not to mess your names up, so please don't get mad at me. I'm not the greatest of name pronouncers. But as we ride this race, since I know mostly where the hills and where to put my anvil block in, when these little up and down hills, it gives me a chance to go up and down without any problems. So I'm thinking to myself that if I'm correct, I think we will end up getting another special item, and I was hoping for a leaf, a feather, but I don't think I really get a feather. I think we end up getting anvil blocks, and maybe that's all we get. I have to look at it and see. I thought it switched between 3, but I don't remember which ones it was. So as we come around this corner, we'll find out together. I knew right here that I had to put the power in coming down this hill to make it up this next hill without getting left behind. So that's what I did. And if you notice, I try to keep it in there. And it causes my heart to rise, but I don't let people get away from me. But I do let the pack catch up to me. So I don't mind them catching up to me on the hill. I just don't need them getting ahead of me on the hill. And A, that guy, I want to say his name I know it started with the A. He's got the white flag with the red in the middle. And I want to say it's a Japanese flag. And he got Japanese flag. And he's coming up, he's going to come up around front of me soon and take off. And no, it's closer to the end of this. So I forgot this is a little bit longer race. So as we come around this end, I'm coming on down and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna push it super hard, but I am gonna stay ahead. So he comes around me as he comes down the hill and we're riding. He's really good. I gotta admit, he's really good. He had pushed me up to the numbers that I needed to be at too. So, you know, I like riding with him. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna make him one of my frenemies. You notice that anytime I find somebody I like to ride, well, I make him my frenemies. And my greatest frenemy is tandem, so we always riding and chasing each other. So I look up and we're doing good, and I'm looking at the pace that we're at. My heart rate is at 160, and 160 is normally my. No, 160 is normally for me, when I first started doing 160 was like, I was like, man, I'm starting to peak. I feel myself getting tired when I'm racing. I feel my energy start to set. I guess because I've been riding a lot more, I don't feel it as much. So I don't feel like, oh man, I'm losing my energy as hard as I normally would. I feel it, but I don't feel the loss. So that helps out a lot. It really does, man. It really does. It makes me feel a lot better. As we come around on this end, we got a mile 8 left. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I think we're gonna go up, and this is how I'm looking at it. I think we can go up over the bicycle mountain, the bicycle statues. Yeah, I'm fumbling right now. And I think that's what we're heading to. I know the next race is the exact same thing, it's just longer. And so what they did was they just kept building on these races. I think the first one was slightly different. And then these last 3 was just the same race. They just kept building on the race. And that made this a lot of fun. But the thing was, if you came over the hills too far behind somebody, you was gonna come in second, third, or fourth for me. So my goal was just to stay ahead. But if you notice, my heart rate is just like massively climbing. It's going up. And I'm used to being close to 160, 155, 160. It's at 162. I got the knob turned, so I'm putting out more power. I can feel myself putting the power out. I'm not even gonna lie, I feel myself putting this power out. So anytime, like I told y'all, anytime y'all see me sit up on the bike, I'm trying to catch my breath, trying to get myself cooled off just a little bit, because it's hot in my man cave. It gets hot in there. And I don't know, it's just like a heat furnace by the time I get ready to leave that room. So I'm coming down on this hill, and I thought, well, anytime I have a decline, I try to come off the pedals to give myself a range, let the anvil block do the work, and let me come off the pedals. That's what I was thinking right here. And then that'll give me enough time that when we start heading uphill, I can put the power back in and just get on up the hill. And if you notice, that's what I did. I put the power back in, and I didn't lose that much speed. The anvil block did the right good thing for me, and I felt great on this race. And in fact, I was looking at the people behind me, and I was thinking to myself, I may actually have a chance of winning this thing. I see Tandem come up beside me, and I know we're riding at a much faster pace. We're really riding pretty fast. And I see the other guy come up behind me, and we're doing great. I'm enjoying the race. I'm a little tired than I normally would be in a race like this, but I'm thinking to myself, this is where I got to put the power in. So I think I turned the knob just a little bit. See what it is, the adjustment of the knob, I got to figure that out, because I could have just left the knob where it was, and I think I could have just increased the pedals and been fine here. My heart rate would have climbed some, but I would have been fine. I could have pulled away from folks. And if you notice, I'm not complaining about the hills as much no more. Me adjusting this knob, it allows me, if you notice, I'm putting out 2.93, and because that's where I need to be at when I'm racing these races, it allows me to stay up there with them. I don't worry about adjusting the knob at the right time is the equivalent to y'all changing y'all gears. Since I don't have gears to change, I always figured it's like leave it in one spot and treat it like a dirt bike. You know, like some old BMX bike. I just ride in one gear, but I need to learn to more adjust the knobs for when I don't need all that power and I don't have to push it. My legs are not killing me. So I adjust the knob. I think even turned it again, and you see, I put out the power. Even on 11, you'd have dropped me down about 3 miles an hour, and I'm at 7, and I'm starting to build it up because I'm getting over the hill. But the A guy, Somor, I don't want to mess his name up, but he's a lot lighter rider. And I can see, and Price was there, and Price is Price is a really good rider. And it's Gary, me, Tandem, and the guy with the A. And I'm wondering if he's going to be around a lot more because it's going to be fun to chase him. We're all together coming up over this hill, and he's really good because you see he's pulling off. Now, the good thing about it is I should have put in more. I thought we was going to go over that hump up there, which really shouldn't have mattered as much, but I should have just started putting in more power. And I really didn't. And another thing I should have did, I should have stayed at Anvil Block for this, because that would have gave me a chance to really rest up, but I didn't know where it was going. And I kind of wish I had had the energy on the second run today to do this race. It would have been nice to see how it came out. But he takes this race and he leads up, and my heart rate is at 170 now, me trying to catch up to him. And he's on a downhill, and I know he's pushing. So I'm trying to catch, I see him pop up to 4, and I'm trying to catch him, and I realize we're in the thousands now, so not only am I trying to catch him, I'm trying to hold off Tandem. I'm like, wow, I hadn't been like this in a while, so I'm like trying to catch him and hold off Tandem, and we're all coming down on that line pretty quick. I really thought I came in 4th, but it said 3rd, unless somebody got disqualified or something. I don't know, but it said 3rd. I don't know who the guy was next to me was, but it was only 4 of us, so I don't know how that happened, but I'll see y'all on the next one. Ride on.